So I just had to like sit down and talk about. I haven't really gotten really said anything about this movie cast so far about the upcoming Street Fighter movie from Legendary because I keep forgetting it's a thing. And yeah, I keep forgetting Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out too, probably because that first movie sucked. I'm sorry, it did. But at least, the one thing that's going to carry it is Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But the reason why I decided, you know what, no, I can't do this no more. I have to talk about it. Like, I have to talk about... And they're not even done casting, apparently. So I'll just talk about this movie because the cast for the characters they've gotten is wild. Like, after today, we got our announcement for who's playing M. Bison, and I went, okay, I gotta talk about it. I just have to talk about this whole thing, because this whole thing is just nothing short of just insanity. So let's start with Ryu. Ryu's being played by Andrew Koji. Andrew Koji, Andrew Koji, he's from The Rage Redemption. He's been in a lot of like stunt movies. He also did play Sub-Zero in the Mortal Kombat movie, so that's really cool. Then we have so Ryu, we're off to a good start. Koji's a great pick. Then we have Noah Sarantino. I'm looking at the list right now, the casting list, because I know I'd forget someone, by the way. Noah Sarantino, who I have no idea who that is, but I've seen images of him, and I went, okay, he looks like a decent Ken. Then we go to, which is arguably like the best guy you could have gotten for this character, and arguably just who else were you going to get? Alan Ritchson as Guile. Jack Reacher. Because of, like, if you were going to get anyone for Guile, it had to have been him, right? It's just like, yeah, it had to have been anyone, it had to have been, like, him to play, Guile. Like, anyone else would have been, like, it had to have been him. Because anyone else you would have gone, should have been Alan Ritchson. So, yeah, Alan Ritchson is Guile. Then we had, and you're thinking, okay, we got one unknown, two solid actors who are clearly the right people to play these characters. Now we're going into what the fuckery is going on, and that is starting off with Jason Momoa as Blanca. Jason Momoa as Blanca. Yeah. Out of all the actors, and don't get me wrong, Momoa has the physicality for Blanca. Don't get it twisted. I really do think he has the physicality for it. But, really? Blanca's not, Blanca's not the guy I would have picked for Jason Momoa. There are a few other actors I could have gone with Blanca, but Momoa is, and also same with Momoa. There's a few other characters I would have picked for him. But, yeah. I am kind of okay. Not the guy, that wouldn't be the character I would have gone for him. I would have gone with, Hugo. Yeah, Hugo. I would have picked Jason Momoa for Hugo, or there's another character I would have gone with, but sure, odd. And then we had Roman Reigns as Akuma, which I'm already wait, stop, no, what? Yeah, Roman Reigns, the wrestler, is Akuma, and no disrespect to Roman Reigns, I'm not a big wrestling fan. And I used to be part of that WWF, early WWE era of kids before I kind of grew out of it. And I still keep, thanks to my good friend Chris, I still have my ear to the ground of what goes on in WWE. But Roman Reigns is, again, that feels like a miscast to me for Akuma. Because, I get you want to have someone who has a lot of physicality, but it also feels like we're kind of Akuma is Japanese, right? That's kind of the thing right there, is that Akuma is a Japanese character. And you could say, well, they couldn't find anyone who, a Japanese actor who could physically match Akuma. Really? You couldn't go to a Japanese, the Japanese wrestling circuit and pick someone else there? Would that have been hard? There are so many, Japanese stunt actors alone you could have gotten for the physical. And I'm not going to say, let me back that up. Roman Reigns physically can stack with Akuma. Physicality-wise, that's kind of perfect. But, ethnicity-wise, I feel like it's the wrong pick. Again, Roman feels like he should have been another character. There's other characters he could have played. I could have easily seen him... there are Polynesian characters. That's the other thing, is like we do have Polynesian fighters. So I don't understand. And also, again, you could have easily picked if you wanted a wrestler to be in this movie to play Akuma, you could have gone to the Japanese fighting circuits. Anyway, next up we have Kalalina Liang as Chun-Li. I'm familiar with her work. She's a stunt actress, so I think she's actually pretty solid. And then we have 50 Cent as Balrog, which I'm like, that's kind of perfect, but also, what the fuck? That was, like, when 50 Cent was announced to play Balrog, that was like, what? I mean, okay, he's kind of, like, he's perfect, but, like, I feel like you could, like, I feel like it was just for namesake alone that made everyone's heads turn. So, Fiddy is good. Like, Fiddy is a perfect Balrog. I was just like, what is this cast? What? Are we just taking stuff off of old YouTube casting videos? Is that what we're doing here? Then we got to one that made me go, what the fuck is going on? With Orville Peck as Vega. If you don't know who Orville Peck is a country singer who kind of sings like parody songs. He basically goes around as a gay cowboy. He actually did a collab with the Wiggles. Yeah, so Orville Peck is our Vega. And that was another one that made me go, there's no way. Like, I legit, when they said Orville Peck was going to play Vega, I legit was like, no, that's not, this has to be like a gag or something, or misinformation. This can't be right. It's real. Oh my god. And don't get me wrong, I'm not mad that Orville Peck is playing Vega. It's just, that's not the guy I would have picked for Vega. You know what I mean? That's not the guy I would have picked for Vega. Like, again, there's so many other actors out there, it just feels like we're just doing a weird hodgepodge. Then we have Andrew Schultz, who I feel like I'm familiar with his work playing Dan, so whatever. And then we come to who's playing M. Bison. That was the announcement today. The actor playing M. Bison is David Dastmalchian from Late Night with the Devil. He's been very big, and he's one of my favorite actors working so far. And don't get it twisted, I think he's a phenomenal actor. I always get excited when I hear he's also a great comic writer, but David Dastmalchian is a fantastic actor. But I don't see him as M. Bison, unless he's going to bulk up, because, yeah, you need, like, a big bulk. That's who Roman should have played! Like, that's who Roman should, like, that's who, like, fucking Roman should, like, you need someone who can be physically intimidating, as well as, you know, well, you could even have, I would have even been okay with Momoa. It would have been a little, like, but still, Momoa or Reigns could have easily, not Akuma and Blanca, but David Dastmalchian, I don't know what kind of angle they're going with M. Bison, because, again, he's kind of a, and don't get it wrong, Dastmalchian is a fantastic actor. I absolutely love his work and his writing. He does not in any way say, just look at him and go, is that Bison to you? He's going to have to, like, bulk up. And I feel bad for, but, like, that's not who I, like, right now, like, as of right now, the movie feels a pretty miscast. So, there are some hits, don't get me wrong. Like, there are some, like, 50 Cent as Balrog. Odd pick. There were other actors, but, like, 50 Cent as Balrog is perfect. Or, you know, Koji as Ryu. And Richson as Guile. Perfect cast. But then you get, like, again, Reigns and Peck and Dastmalchian, who are, like, they're cool, and it's really neat to see them in the movie together, but, like, at the same time, you go, who authorized this? Who was the casting director? Yeah. Now, just because these, like, okay, let me also say this right now. Do I think this movie's going to suck because it feels like there's some characters being miscast? I can't say that. This movie's like a year or so away. I can't say that right now. We don't know what this movie's going to be like. I'm now, like, withholding how I feel about movies until I go see them. Even if the trailer could even, like, get my thoughts on it. We don't know. And again, these actors are really good. A lot of these actors are really good. Are they perfect for the cast of these characters? No. But obviously they may have like seen the cat, like we're not in Hollywood. I don't work in Hollywood. You sure as shit don't work in Hollywood. Unless you're actually like working as a stagehand or something, then I rescind my comment. Or like maybe you are working in Hollywood or just in the Hollywood area trying to be an actor, then in that case I rescind my comment. But like, yeah, I don't work in Hollywood. Maybe they saw, like, again, it could easily be they're just trying to like ape off of the namesake of these actors, or just to get talking points. Because again, I sure as shit guarantee you they're going to be they're talking about every time we get a new cast for this, and we could get even more. There's still the chance of like, is Cammy going to be here? Is since we had Blanca and Dan, is Sakura going to be here? Is Dalsim? Is Dalsim going to be here? Are we going to see E Honda? Are we going to see Sagat? That's who fucking shit. That's who Roman Reigns should have been. He should have just been Sagat. Like, yeah, that and again, like that would have been a little more easier to take as a Polynesian actor playing a Thai, half Thai character. You could have easily done that with it. Like, yeah, he could have been Sagat, and no one would have batted an eye. It would have been a lot more palatable than like, really, Akuma? And also, are we going to get Genkai? Are we Goken? Excuse me, yeah, not Genkai, Goken. Yeah, are we going to get Goken? Are we who are we going to get for these cast, or is it just going to be these guys? Because it feels like every other day, we're getting a new cast for these characters, and it could be good. That's the other thing. This isn't like Joe Schmo. This is Legendary. To be fair, Legendary did have a hand with that Mortal Kombat movie, and while I do have like some expectations for the second movie, that first Mortal Kombat movie from Warner Brothers. So yeah, and again, these actors, a lot of them have great bodies of work, so this could be good. And again, some of them are like, really, that's who we went with? And then there are others who are like, that's kind of perfect, but also like, there were others. It's just this is why I wanted to make this video, is because it just feels like such a wild cast as it is, and I feel like we're not done yet. You know what I mean? So yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Street Fighter movie cast so far? Do you guys like it, hate it, and what characters are you hoping to see, and who would you want to see played by them? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.